So Henry, I want to ask, on the ventilators, right? I actually saw a friend of mine shared basically the document that had this particular project, a particular group, and my concerns was, some of the things that you already spoken about in terms of quality control and standardization. Because this is a life support system, so you can't just put any mechanical system on life like as a life support. And so I want you to just talk about how ventilators work and what mechanisms you have to put in to have a ventilator that's able to sustain life and not rather hurt the patients. And also, recently we heard that I think that was Academic City University College. They
Mm.
were able to also produce a prototype. I think that was about a week ago. So how does this one differ from that one, and basically how do ventilators work, and what mechanisms do you have to put in place to ensure that you are providing essential life support?
Ventilators are supposed to help patients that find difficulty in breathing, right? So it's supposed to help them to breathe. So it's a device that pumps in a mixture of oxygen and air to the lungs, right? And also help with the exhalation process, right? So basically that's that, right? So you need to have a mechanism in there to be able to push the air to the patient, and also what help the patient to push the carbon dioxide out. Right? So basically that's that. But you can't just push any amount of oxygen to the patient, right? So what you need to do is that one very important thing is the control aspect of it. The mechanical
Right.
aspect is mechanical, right? So the control aspect is where the electrical engineers or the electronic engineers come in, right? So we need to know the exact, make sure that whatever settings, whatever things, pressure we are supplying to um, the patient, right, is
Yeah.
as is. You get it? So when you talk about these things, calibrations come in, right? We need to calibrate them, right? Yeah. So with even with the system that we have now, we are still calibrating. We are still
Okay.
calibrating. We are still calibrating. So calibration is very very important because it's something that you are going to use on a human being.
Yeah.
You get it? Yes. So you have to make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I.
Precisely.
You get it? Aha, yes. So but with the academic city ventilators that they've done, the final thing they have, I only saw what they posted. I
Yeah.
think they video and stuff. Yes, but at that stage they didn't have the controls in there. I don't know if they have the
Yes.
controls.
Yeah. From what I saw, City FM did a news article on them. From what I saw, they haven't yet put in the controls, and there's just a regular, mechanism that's doing the pumping
Yeah, so I think they even have an ambu bag um, system,
prototype.
right?
Yeah.
They have an ambu bag system, and these ambu bag systems they have their own limitations. You get it, and these are systems that are supposed to be used during emergencies, right? Unlike these, like the ventilator, the prototype that we have here, which are supposed to be used for a longer period, because ideally they are life support systems. And for life support systems, they can be on for a year, two, three, four, five.
Yeah.
You get it. So you need to
You need a very robust
yes, a
system,
very
right?
robust, yeah, a very robust system, right? Choose so when it comes to your component selections and all those stuff, these things are very very important, right? Because some of the modifications that we had to do, right, when we took on the earlier prototype done by the students, right, was to change some of these components, right, which was causing the system to overheat. Right. Yeah. So now the heat dissipation levels gone down, and all those stuff gone down. All right, so the system, the longest we've tried, the longest we've tried putting the system on will be about, I think one time we put it on for about 5 hours or something. Yeah,
I
so it
see.
was on, just working. Yes, and we didn't experience any heating up and all that. Yeah, so you see, these things are stuff that as engineers we need to look out for when we are designing.
How generally do you think we can improve, such innovations in Ghana? Because we actually need it, and we don't see too much of that. So how can
Mm.
we improve such innovation? What is preventing us from doing more of that?
Yeah, I think funding is an issue. Funding is seriously an issue. Right, and it will surprise you to know that most of the funding that comes into the country comes from outside. You get it? And
Okay,
when someone is funding you or giving you money for something, it means that he's giving you because of what he would get from that.
I see.
Get it? Yeah. So
Yeah, of
you
course.
realize
I
that
mean, it's natural. Nobody will give
yeah,
you free money. It's nothing like a
yes,
free lunch.
yes, that's exactly. So you realize that most of the deliverables from the research that we undertake in this country, like, they do not really end up here. They will have to go because there's
The
some
person, the
funding
person that
agency.
funded it is not here,
Yeah,
so
there's some.
obviously
Yeah,
the results or the benefits
yes,
would obviously
yeah.
go there.
But I think if the government of Ghana, I know that there's a national research fund being discussed. I don't know the level it's gotten to. There's a bill on that. They're trying to look at that. But if such a thing should come in place, right, and the
Yeah.
government is supporting researchers, innovators, and all that, right, with some form of grant, right, I think that you'll be seeing more of such stuff coming up. And I also hope that the private sector, right, yes, would open up and work with academia, right, so that some of the innovations that come out of our academic institutions, right,
Mm-hmm.
we can actually, like, as in, roll them out easily. You get it? Yes.
Yeah.
Because most of these things, they end up in papers, they end up being implemented in some donor country, and that is all. Ghana really do not benefit much. So with the research fund coming, right, I'm hoping it comes, right. So with the research fund coming, I think that you'll be seeing more of these local or research that impacts our local economy and all that.